In a quiet London nursery, Wendy Darling told bedtime stories to her brothers, John and Michael. She spoke of fairies, pirates, and a place called Neverland where no one ever grew old. As the children drifted toward sleep, a strange shadow danced across the wall. Suddenly, the window flew open, and a boy with red hair and a confident grin leapt inside. "I'm Peter Pan," he said proudly. A tiny glowing fairy zipped after him, her light filling the room. "And this is Tinkerbell." Peter searched for his lost shadow, which Wendy kindly stitched back onto him. Delighted, Peter spoke of Neverland, of flying, adventure, and endless fun. With a sprinkle of fairy dust and a happy thought, the children rose into the air. Laughing with wonder, they flew out over the rooftops of London and toward the stars.
I'm flying! We're really flying!
The night sky stretched endlessly as Peter led the children across clouds and moonlight. Below them, oceans shimmered and cities faded into darkness. Peter pointed ahead, "Second star to the right and straight on till morning." Tinkerbell zipped impatiently, jealous of Wendy's attention from Peter. Still, the fairy dust sparkled brightly, keeping them aloft. As dawn approached, an island appeared below, wild jungles, hidden lagoons, and pirate ships resting near jagged rocks. Neverland. The children descended, but danger waited. Pirates fired cannons from the sea. Peter swooped into action, dodging shots with laughter. Wendy and her brothers hid among the trees as Peter led the pirates away, promising that adventure had truly begun. Wendy, John, and Michael soon met the lost boys, children who had fallen out of prams and never been claimed. They lived in underground hideouts and followed Peter as their fearless leader. At first, the lost boys mistook Wendy for a strange creature, but Peter stopped them. Wendy gently told stories, tucked them in, and made them feel safe. For the first time, the lost boys experienced something like a family. Peter loved the games, the sword fights, and the laughter, but he grew uneasy whenever Wendy spoke of parents and growing up. He brushed it off, declaring that Neverland was all anyone needed. Meanwhile, Captain Hook watched from his ship, his hook glinting in the sun as he plotted revenge. Captain Hook, the most feared pirate in Neverland, paced his ship angrily. Peter Pan had taken his hand and fed it to a crocodile, one that still followed him, ticking from the swallowed clock. Hook devised a trap. Pirates kidnapped Tiger Lily, hoping Peter would come to rescue her. Peter arrived just in time, battling pirates with fearless joy. He freed Tiger Lily and earned her tribe's respect. But Hook wasn't finished. He learned of Peter's hideout and smiled darkly. "Soon," he hissed, "the boy who won't grow up will finally learn fear."
Is over, we stand victorious now.
Soon, that boy who refuses to grow up will learn the meaning of fear.
Tinkerbell's jealousy grew stronger as Peter spent more time with Wendy. In a moment of anger, she tricked the Lost Boys into thinking Wendy was an enemy. An arrow struck Wendy and she collapsed. The boys were devastated. Peter froze, fear gripping his heart for the first time. Wendy survived, but Peter's laughter faded. Tinkerbell realized her terrible mistake and begged for forgiveness. Peter forgave her, but the moment changed him. He built Wendy a small house and listened quietly as she spoke of home, love, and growing up. Peter didn't understand it, but he felt something new stirring inside.
And that's what a mother does. That is love.
Captain Hook sent Peter a gift, a cup of medicine meant for Wendy. Tinkerbell sensed danger and knocked it away, but Peter drank it instead. The poison began to work. Tinkerbell glowed weakly as she begged the children to clap if they believed in fairies. Wendy, John, Michael, and the Lost Boys clapped with all their hearts. Light filled the room and Tinkerbell survived. Peter recovered, anger replacing fear. "This ends tonight," he said.
Believe. Until you believe. You have to believe. Clap! If you believe in fairies, clap! We believe, Tinkerbell. We do. We do! We believe. We believe.
Tink? You saved me. This ends tonight.
Moonlight shimmered across the dark sea as Peter Pan soared silently toward the Jolly Roger. Below him, the pirate ship rocked gently, unaware that the Lost Boys were already sneaking aboard. With a sharp whistle, Peter gave the signal. Chaos erupted. The Lost Boys burst from the shadows, swinging ropes and wooden swords as pirates stumbled in surprise. Cannons thundered, shaking the ship as smoke filled the air. Swords clashed against steel hooks, and laughter echoed over the waves as Peter darted through the battle like the wind itself. Captain Hook stormed onto the deck, his eyes blazing with fury. "Pan!" he roared. The pirates froze as the two rivals locked eyes at last. Their swords met in a flash of sparks. Hook attacked with wild anger, slashing and striking, determined to end Peter once and for all. But Peter fought with joy, leaping across railings, flipping over barrels, and laughing as he dodged each blow. Every move reminded Hook of what he had lost: fearlessness, freedom, youth. The ship rocked as the crocodile's ticking echoed from below. Hook hesitated. That moment was all Peter needed. With one swift strike, Peter knocked the sword from Hook's hand. Hook stumbled backward, terror flooding his face as Peter advanced. With a final push, Hook toppled over the railing, screaming as he disappeared into the dark sea. A loud snap echoed, then silence. The pirates dropped their weapons and fled, leaping overboard in panic. The Lost Boys cheered as the ship grew quiet once more. Peter stood at the bow, wind in his hair, smiling. Neverland was safe again.
Neverland is safe once more.
With peace restored, Wendy told Peter it was time to go home. John and Michael agreed. The Lost Boys decided to return too, curious about families and futures. Peter refused. "I don't want to grow up," he said softly. Wendy hugged him goodbye, promising to remember him always. Peter watched as they flew away, standing alone beneath the stars. Years later, Peter returned to the nursery, still young, still flying. Wendy had grown up, but her daughter listened to the same stories. Peter smiled. Some things never change.
Sparkling brightly in the newborn light of dawn.